Hello, everyone. I just knew with missing school as much as we have with the weather, I needed to at least keep you updated and give you some examples so we can still keep moving forward while this is happening. So what I've done is I've gone out and I've created a program, and I want to go through here and show it to you. If I go to the design, I'm writing a program that I capture a book number and the number of pages that are in this book. And then I have a calc button and a close button. But what I want to do is I want to go back and work on the if statement a little bit more than we have up to this point. We've used them a little bit, but I want to expand on that. So if you see right here on the click sub, I've dimensioned a book as a string field and then pages and cost as decimal, and I captured both of them. What I want to do is I want to have 3 different formulas to calculate my publishing cost for this book. If books have less than 200 pages, and so far we've been using the equal, and that's it. I'm going to come through here and say then my cost is equal to $4.75. And then I'm going to use a nested if statement. And so I'm going to say the else clause. So I've got, if this condition is true, the cost is $4.75. Else, if it drops through, the one thing I know about this whole thing right now is pages are at least 200 pages or greater, because if it's less than 200, we would have done the true fall part. So I'm going to come through with another if statement and says, hey, if my pages are less than 500. Okay, so in other words, what this does is that fills in the slot from 200 up through 499. If that's the case, the formula that I want to use for this is my $4.75, and that's the cost of the first 200 pages, correct? And then I'm going to multiply what's left by 2 cents. So if I had 300 pages, I'd have 100 pages at 2 cents. So I'm going to come through here and say 0.02 times pages minus 200. So let's look at this a little bit. When I subtract the 200 pages out, that's where I get the cost of $4.75. So the remaining pages, or the pages over $200, will be multiplied times 2 cents. Okay, so and that's only up to $4.99. So it's from 200 through $4.99. Else, if it falls through, I have 500 or more pages in my book. So if that's the case, I'm going to ease up a little bit. I'm trying to think here. I think it's $6.75 plus 0.015 for the pages. So they get a break once they get more pages in their book. But this is the case where we subtract it from 500. Okay, so I have 3 conditions, 3 different formulas, and it's all based upon the number of pages. If there's less than 200, they have the flat rate. If it's from 200 through 500, they have 2 cents per page for everything over that. Right here on the last one, $6.75 for the first 500 pages, and then $0.015. So all I have left to do is, whoops, I erased an end if there, and I shouldn't have. Okay, so all I have left to do is write that out to the list box. So I'll come through and say list box 1 dot items dot add, and what I want to add is the book, right, plus a VB tab to scoot over a little bit, a plus sign here, the number of pages. So I'm going to come through here with a format number, and we should not have any. If I come through here with pages, I'm going to put 0 because there should be no decimal places for the book number, because there's no such thing as a half a page in a book. And then I have another VB tab and then another plus sign, and I'm going to format currency on this last one. And the field I'm formatting the currency on is cost. And that should take care of it. Now, if you go back to the form, after we hit calculate, I don't have a clear button now. So what I'm going to do is after I calculate everything, I'm going to come back and I'm going to say pages text dot clear. Whoops. Pages text dot clear to clear that one out, and then come back with book text dot clear. And then I'm going to say book text dot focus. And that way it should work pretty good. And let's see if our program works right. I'm going to minimize this screen. I don't know if you can see that, so let's go back and check. There we go. I'll share that screen. Okay, so here we go. If I have book number 12 and I have 150 pages and I hit calculate button, it should be a flat rate of $4.75, correct? If I have book number 23 and it has 300 pages. Whoops, it died on me, didn't it? Nope, I hit the wrong thing. Invalid cast. So let's see where we goofed up here. See why we got that error. Pages is a decimal. Let's run it again. We're sharing that one. So here we go. Let's try that again. Book number 23 had, what did we say it had? 300 pages, and we got an error. I typed zeros instead of that. So if we go back here to the last book and we have 600 pages. Okay, so as you see, it clears the text box when we come back. It does add to the list box. When I hit close, it disposes that. And there we go. We're back out here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a copy of this in week 5. So you have this example. We will not be having lab on Friday. I will not be there, so we will not have lab. But Monday, we'll get cranking again. I'll also send you an email to go out here and check all this. I hope everybody's staying safe and watching the weather. If for some reason next week we're still out, would you email me if you do not have access to Zoom or the internet? Because even if we're out next week, I'd like to continue doing class via Zoom. So if you cannot access the internet or Zoom live, would you please let me know? Thank you. Bye.